Good news. Hello, mighty companions. This is Earl Purdy, and I want to welcome you to A Course in Miracles here on Facebook Live. And I want to give you some good news today. The good news is you are entitled. 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 You're entitled to miracles. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to complete expressions of love. You are entitled to abundance. You are entitled to happiness. And today I'm going to tell you how to allow yourself to receive the miracle. Okay, that's what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to cover how you allow yourself to receive miracles. States of completion and abundance, expressions of love, forgiveness, happiness, health. I'm going to tell you what the Course in Miracles says you need to do to have it. Is that a worthwhile goal? Is that a good reason to listen? Okay. All right. So it's going to be lesson 77 on page 137. Lesson 77 on page 137 in the workbook. And here we go. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim, no, of the world I see. I'm not a victim of my mom. I'm not a victim of my mom. I'm not a victim of events and circumstance at all. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. 'Cause what's happening now is what I done to me. I'm not a victim of the future, not a victim of the past, not a victim of anything that really doesn't last. I'm not a victim of the world I see. What's happening now is what I've done to me. Yeah. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Does it ever look like you're a victim? Does it ever look like you're a victim? Does it ever feel like you're a victim? Where you're not. So we're going to talk about how do you let some good stuff happen to you without screwing it up first. That's our very deep topic for today. How do I allow something really cool to happen to me? Okay? You don't have to believe anything that I'm saying to you. You don't have to accept anything that I'm saying to you. I might say some stuff you don't believe, and I might say some stuff that startles you. Hey, there's a possibility that you might hear something that you don't believe. There's a possibility you might hear something that startles you. Do me a favor, and as best you can, try not to judge me. Okay? Because with the most of us, the only thing missing are the robes. judge, right? So it's not about judging and analyzing the ideas, I tell you, from A Course in Miracles. If you want to see that you can have miracles, which means you can have expressions of love, abundance, and truth, and happiness, if you can do that, then there must be a way for you to do it. The Course in Miracles says little simple stuff like that. No such thing as you really having a goal without having the means to reach it. So be sure to recognize that you deserve to be treated right. You deserve miracles. You deserve love. Do you know that? And you deserve love, and you deserve to be treated right, and you deserve miracles just because of who you are, just because of what you are. You deserve to be treated right just because of what you are. What you are is someone who deserves to be treated right. You're somebody that deserves to be loved. But I'm most suspicious of the ones who claim to love me. That's the only little problem with that. Because it's only those who told me that they love me that really have ever seemed to hurt me. I don't have strangers calling me out of my name, but I've had special relationship, family, relatives, and people supposed to be close to me do it. I haven't had strangers seem to rob me sometimes in some way or take some, but the people who have told me in the past that they were loving me and close to me and knew the truth about me, they would do it. So if you even tell me you love me, I'm going to be a little bit suspicious because of my past experience with other people who told me that. So first of all, if you really want to have, what is the Course telling us? It says you will receive miracles because of what God is. And what does that mean? It means you are going to receive love because of what your Creator is and because of what love is. So you are going to receive miracles. You're going to receive expressions of love because of that which created you loves you. And so that which created you is going to make sure you receive love even if you don't think you have earned it or deserve it. Let this sink in for a minute. Whether you receive love or not has nothing to do with you. What's up to you is to get rid of everything that keeps you from recognizing the love is there. I'm surrounded by love, but sometimes I don't see it because of what I was. So the Course says, now, the reason why you're going to start giving people a good time, offering them love, offering them miracles, it says, is because you are also one with God. You're one with love. You're going to receive love because your Creator wants you to receive love. And then you're going to receive happiness and joy because you are one with your Creator, which is love. And so your happiness is merely you being willing to state your true identity. So what we're going to do for this class is we're going to celebrate you.
Yay! Yay, me!
Come on.
Oh, this is the sure sign of a cult if I ever saw one. Anybody who will celebrate me has got to be a deceiver. Because I'm not worth it. How could somebody celebrate me? I don't trust nobody but myself. And I let me down. That's how special I am. I'm really 100% on every level, in every kind of way, at all times. Trust anybody. That's why I'm studying the Course. That's why I'm studying the truth. That's why I'm on the spiritual path, because I'm really willing to recognize I'm screwed up and something needs to be done about it. So what does this book turn around and tell me, because this book is coming from love? Well, it turns around and says, well, guess what? Now I'm going to show you something. You're entitled to be treated right and to have love and expressions of love just because of what you are. You're going to receive love and help because your creator is something that loves and helps. You're going to also give some love because you are one with love. And then I'm telling you, your happiness is very simple. Your happiness is a statement about what you are. And I'm going to celebrate what we are right now. I'm going to celebrate it. So your claim to be in love does not lie in the false ideas you have about yourself, because the false ideas you have about yourself will tell you you don't deserve love and happiness and peace and joy. Your false ideas say you're not enough. So it's not through the false ideas about yourself that you're going to claim the miracles, which is the love and the good stuff that's supposed to happen to you. You never claim the good stuff that's supposed to happen to you while you're putting yourself down. So even though I know it seems really like the right thing to do, to judge and criticize and put yourself down when you don't feel good about yourself, you're not going to claim the good stuff that you deserve as long as you're focusing on what you think is wrong with you. I want my miracles. I want my joy. I want my states of abundance. I've done a lousy job of making myself consistently, permanently happy. I have given myself little temporary little spurts of it, a few weeks, a few months, a few days before something messes it up, right? Or I get satisfied with it after I get it. The worst thing can happen to me is I get something that I want, just if I don't think I deserve it. Because if I get some love and I don't think I deserve it, I'm going to sabotage it. I'm going to run them off and then say they were the one that abandoned me. I was a horrible partner. Why did you abandon me? Say that again. I was a horrible partner. Well, why did you leave me? That's why. You were a horrible partner. But that was only because of what I learned, right? So the way you have treated people in the past was based on your past experiences and what you learned, and you did the best you could do at that particular time. But you are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to love. You are, and we're going to celebrate that, okay? Then it says, I love this. It says, your claim to miracles does not lie. You hear me, Megan? In your false ideas about yourself. Your claim to the good stuff, the miracles, your abundance, doesn't depend on any magical powers you have ascribed to yourself. Love that. What do you mean? It means this. Do you know what the magical power is that you have ascribed to yourself? It's your belief that you are doing anything because of your plans. The magical power you ascribe to yourself is all the plans you come up with, how you're the one that's going to take care of you and you're going to handle things all by yourself. Whenever you try to handle anything by yourself by coming up with a plan that you think is going to make you happy, you are trying to use magical powers. You are never going to make you happy. You are never going to make you permanently happy. It's impossible. Your happiness is going to be given to you. It's a gift. You can't earn it, and you can't pay for it. And it's nothing somebody else is going to give you or make you feel. There is no such thing as another person who's going to make you happy. Because your happiness, where does your happiness come from? Your happiness comes from you. The love I want you to give me is love that really comes from me. This is the second paragraph. Your torture has barely begun. He says, your happiness is not going to come from any of the rituals you've devised. I know if I take that workshop, that's going to do it. I'll finally let the love in. Any plan that you come up with that you try to do in order to give yourself happiness, he says, it's a magical power and a plan. All your plans are magical. He says, all your plans are magical. You think you're taking care of yourself. You've never taken care of yourself. You've never taken care of yourself. There's nothing about you that's being sustained by you. There's nothing about you that's being sustained by you. You don't even know how you came to be. You don't exist because two people got together and had some good or not so good sex. You're more than an egg and a sperm. Something wanted you to exist, or you wouldn't. That's proof right there. Something cared about you enough to give you existence. So we're going to celebrate that you now are going to allow yourself to be treated with love and miracles and healings just because you exist. He says, that's inherent in the truth of what you are. It's implicit in what your creator is. It was ensured in your creation. What was ensured in your creation? That you are entitled to be treated right. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to healing. You are entitled to feeling safe. You're entitled to feel secure and loved and important and valuable and recognized.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Where are you at in the book?
I'm in lesson 77 in the workbook.
Okay, thank you.
One day somebody's going to treat you right. It was ensured when you were created, and that you're going to be loved and treated right is going to be guaranteed by the laws of love. The laws of God guarantee that one day you will be loved and you will be happy and you will be healthy and you will be healed. It's guaranteed. The deal was, I'm going to create you, and I'm also going to give you all the love that you need to survive. I'm going to create you, then I'm going to give you everything you need to exist. And you deserve miracles. You deserve love. You deserve peace. You deserve to feel safe. But you have to claim it. That's what he says right here. It says, today we will claim the miracles which are your right, since they belong to you. Right? This car outside is my right. Why? Because it belongs to me. It's my car, right? So miracles and love belongs to you for the same reason. It belongs to you, so it's your right. It's your right to be loved. It's your right to be treated wonderfully. It's your right to be appreciated. It's your right. Because that belongs to you. Being treated right, to be appreciated, to be loved, to have miracles, they belong to you. That's why you have a right to them. So first, somebody has to tell me the truth about myself when I've forgotten it. When you've forgotten something, would you say that being reminded of it is one of the fastest ways to get you back to remembering what you've forgotten? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I'm doing to you right now. You've forgotten this. If you have any level of unhappiness, sadness, insecurity, fear, then you've forgotten this. You've forgotten this. You've forgotten that you deserve to be loved because of what you are. You deserve to be loved because of what your creator is. You are valuable. You are priceless. You deserve to be loved. You need to claim it. How do I claim it? By stop thinking that I'm the one that's taking care of me. Because every time you think you're doing something on your own without God, the book says you're thinking you have some kind of magical power. Let me give you an example. You think that you are actually what you think you are. So if you think you're not worthwhile, you actually think that's true just because you believe it. That's arrogant. Anytime you think of yourself other than as a beautiful being that deserves love, you're being arrogant. Because when you're putting yourself down, it's arrogant. Because that means you think your perception of yourself is truer than God's. Your creator is saying, you deserve love. You are whole. You are complete. You are beautiful. You only deserve to be happy. And then I'm going, but you don't know what I did on prom night. See, I am thinking my perception of myself is truer than God's, which is I deserve to be happy. That's arrogant. So when you're being negative about yourself and putting yourself down, Earl, and judging yourself, you're being arrogant. You think you don't deserve love, you're being arrogant. You're thinking what you think you are. You're thinking what you think you are is truer than what the truth is telling you you are, which is deserving miracles. I want them. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm sick of the way the world says you should try to get everything is through competition and manipulating everything and everybody outside yourself and trying to figure out things you don't even know, afraid of everything and everybody around you, hoping you can get a few little special relationships that you can get a little crumb of love before they fall into the dust and don't mean anything and you out there looking for the next one. I've had enough of it. Thank you very much. And because I have, I also free you the exact same way.
Thank you.
See, you don't really have something till you're willing to give it away. Mm-hmm. That's how you know you have it, because you can't give what you don't have. They call that fencing, like the criminal stuff. Okay. Then the Course in Miracles says, today we're going to claim the miracles, which is the right of everybody that's watching. Since miracles include really good stuff belong to you, you have been promised. What have you been promised? You've been promised full release from the mess you made. That's the promise. It's so funny. Well, what has happened? He says, well, let me tell you what's happened. You have been promised, this is God talking to us, Spirit talking to us. I promise that you're going to be fully released from everything you made. That you will be free from any of the fear and upset and unhappiness that you made. I promise you, you're going to be free from the problems that you think you have. I promise you, you're going to be free from the problems. So even if that wasn't true, it feels good, don't it? Like even if it's a lie that feels good. So if you got a choice between lying, go with the one that feels good. Because the lie is anything you tell yourself that says you don't deserve to be treated right, and you don't deserve love, and you don't deserve companionship that's peaceful and loving for you. And anything that tells you you don't deserve, that is what you're making up. So the book is telling us, I'm going to free you from everything you are making up. Because what you're making up is what's making you unhappy. I never thought about it. It could be me. You mean I might have something to do with what's happening to me? Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Thank you for joining in on that lie, that obvious lie. What I am today is the direct result of the way that my father was 60 years ago. No, I'm the way I am today because of what I'm telling myself and doing today. I'm going to assure you that love is inside of you and you can't lose it. Love is, I'm going to assure you. So if I was in a relationship with you and you're my partner, then I would be saying stuff like this to you. I would assure you that love is inside of you, and you will never lose my love, and you will never lose love. Love is inside of you, and you will never lose love. Love is inside of you, and you will never lose love. Love is inside of you, and you'll never lose love. Fun is inside of you, so you can never lose fun. Fun is inside of you. Love is inside of you, so you can never lose it. I'm assuring you of that. Then it says, the only thing that we're going to ask for today is for what belongs to us in truth. So what is it that in truth belongs to us? Miracles. Miracles belong to us. So we're going to ask for what belongs to us. See, I ask for the relationship that belongs to me. I ask for the money that belongs to me. I ask for the real job or career or goal that belongs. I always ask the universe, what people call God, I always ask it to give me what's mine. Give me what belongs to me. So it's saying that's what you should do. You should ask for what belongs to you. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask for what belongs to me in front of y'all. I ask for what belongs to me. I ask for what belongs to me. Universe, I ask for what belongs to me. I ask for the love that belongs to me. I ask for the abundance that belongs to me. I ask for the students and the teachers that belong to me. I ask for the friends that belong to me. I ask for only what's mine. This is some kind of magic Harry Potter stuff. I got my little wish book and everything. Talking about magical powers, you know. Me thinking that you showed up because of my charisma or my advertising is me believing that you were here because of some magical power that I had to try to get you here today. The truth teaches me in this book, the reason why you're here today, would you like to know the reason why you're here today? Is because you were sent. Some of y'all don't even know why you're here. How the hell I get here? I'm supposed to be looking at my telephone. Have you ever said that inside of a relationship?
Yeah.
Like, how the hell I end up here? What? Because of your freaking magical powers. Yes. I've decided you're the one that's going to make me happy, whether you like it or not.
I'll tell you how to change.
Yeah, and I'll tell you everything you need to do differently. Because I've been keeping notes. Now I got AI. I can even get more detailed criticism. And I can get it done eloquently. Okay. Then the Course in Miracles says, today we will also make sure, oh, we good at this. He says, we're going to make sure we don't content ourselves. Well, he said, I want you to not be contented. As part of your spiritual path, I would like you to not be contented. How many of you are pretty good at not being contented about something? Okay, if we be honest, okay, well, this spiritual path is so cool because it's asking you not to be contented. Contentment is a challenge for me. Being satisfied fully with what I have is a challenge for me. Being dissatisfied, being discontented, of course my spiritual path would be the path that says, I'm going to show you how to use your beautifully, highly cultivated discontentment. You've been working on that all your life. So you got some discontentment. I'm going to show you, I want you to be discontented, okay? Then it says, I want you to be discontented with anything less than love, anything less than miracles, anything less than what you deserve. So why are you discontented in that relationship? Because you know you deserve more. Why are you discontented on that job? Because you know you deserve more. So wherever you're discontented, it's your way of knowing that you're not giving yourself what you deserve. So he says, make sure that you're not contented with anything less than what you deserve. He says, make sure that you don't keep yourself in situations that you know don't give you any kind of joy, peace, acknowledgement, happiness, or recognition. Be sure you won't stay in situations and relationships that you've done all you can and you have continued discontent. Because that's you saying you're not willing to receive your miracles. So your spiritual path is the spiritual path of, I'm going to look out for myself. The Course in Miracles says, y'all on the spiritual path of, I'm just looking out for myself. And I'm going to do it all by myself. And I'm going to form a few special relationships with people who I feel like are going to act out my script and serve me unyieldingly. So I'll get mad. Whew, this book is so straight up. You know, like, hey, y'all just want people to serve you. And when they don't do what you want them to do, how you want them to do it, you get angry. Because you are so afraid, you think your happiness comes from controlling everything. Because you think if you can control everything and everybody, then you'll be safe. That's why fearful people are controlling people. Fearful people are controlling people. People who feel angry and guilty are controlling people because they are afraid. And since they are afraid, they think they need to control everything and everybody, especially those they think they love. So the price you pay for being in a special love relationship with a frightened person is you have complete limitation of your freedom. And that keeps you from experiencing your miracles. Because you're supposed to be in relationships that's fun and loving and joyful and free and healing and helpful. Let me sit down for just a second. Because I have no more time than 30 minutes to pass by. You being happy and being treated right belongs to you. You have been promised that you're going to be released from every fear and problem that you've made. You've been assured that love and happiness is inside of you, but you can never lose it. You can never lose something that's real. You can never lose a relationship that's real. You can never lose anything that's real. If you lost them, you never had them. It never was real if it changes. This book says stuff like that. If it changed, it wasn't real. But it could be used in a beneficial way. And today, I'm telling you, you deserve to have loving relationships just because you deserve to have loving relationships. And you deserve to have loving relationships just because of who and what you are. Not because of anything you've done or anything you've not done. So what is this book doing? What it's trying to, he says, well, your thoughts create your reality, Earl. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you some thoughts that'll create a reality that's off the hook. That would be the best thing you can ever imagine because everything you're experiencing is coming from your thoughts. You just need some new thoughts. Do you know what Spirit called my thoughts? Shabby. I was like, what? See, the Course in Miracles said, you have shabby thoughts and sick beliefs. I was like, could you be a little bit more positive, God? Yeah, just be a little bit more positive about my thoughts. He said, man, your thoughts got COVID. And where do you think it came from? Are you all still with me?
Yeah.
All right. I need y'all's help or I'll fall asleep. Okay. I'm put you in on a little secret. We're all asleep. This is a dream. but now you're having the dream that you are awake. Last night, you had the dream where you were asleep. Now, you are still asleep, but you're dreaming you're awake. So what does that have to do with my MasterCard bill? Because that's real. That joker is said consistently. That sounds like permanence. So the Course is saying to us that I don't want you to be satisfied with anything less than satisfaction, the miracle. Stop being satisfied with less than what you know you deserve. So how do you do this? Well, the Spirit says, well, I want you to begin by telling yourself quite confidently that you are entitled to miracles. Is that a direct instruction? Okay, so I remember I told you I was going to do it, and y'all were welcome to join me. But then, so I'm going to say to myself, I am entitled to miracles. I am entitled to love. Closing your eyes, remind yourself that you're asking only for what's rightfully yours. Okay. I am entitled to miracles. I'm asking for only what's rightfully mine. I'm entitled to love, and I'm asking for the love that is rightfully mine. I'm entitled to happiness, and I'm asking for the happiness that's rightfully mine. I am entitled to health. I'm asking for the health that is rightfully mine. I'm asking for peace, and I'm asking for the peace that's mine. I'm asking for a relationship, but I'm asking for the relationship that's mine. I'm asking for my career, but I'm asking for the career that is mine. I'm asking for miracles. I'm asking for the miracles that are mine. See, I just did that. Okay? I wonder what's going to happen.
You're doing what you're already supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's like, oh Lord, I feel like the only thing missing is my wizard hat. Can y'all see it? Come imagine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some fun before I die. It's not gonna be too long now. Oh. I'll live forever, but this body won't. See, I'll be around, but I won't be seeing my chocolate brown. That's my poetry. I like that. I'm chocolate brown. That's my spiritual name. I'm proud to be chocolate brown. I receive miracles as I go around town. Love and peace is everywhere to be found. But I accept my miracles all around town. Right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Course says, the reason how y'all ended up in hell was you forgot to laugh. So what? You wonder how you got here. You took some ideas too seriously. And now you seem to be in this world full of serious consequences. Y'all are too friggin' serious. That's what Spirit says in this book. Then I go, that's why I fell in love with it. It was the first thing I read that really made sense to me, even though it challenged me. I couldn't deny the logic of it. So then it always gives me these simple solutions. Like it says, close your eyes, and class, whoever's watching, remind yourself that you're asking only for what's rightfully yours. Okay, then I go, I'm asking for only what is rightfully mine. Then it says what? Remind yourself that miracles are never taken from one and given to another. So what belongs to me will never be taken from me and given to somebody else. Spirit will never take what is mine and give it to somebody else. Spirit never takes anything from you. Love never takes anything from you. Whew. Wow. For the first time in my life, I'm learning what love really is and what love really looks like. I'm so happy. That's why I feel so good about this book. It's telling me exactly that if somebody that really loves me is not going to change. They're going to give it to me just because of who I am, not because of what I do. Okay. This is somebody that's going to give me love and never try to take it back. And I don't have to worry about my miracles being taken from me and given to somebody else. Also, remember that when you ask for your rights, that's how you uphold the rights of everybody else. So if you're wondering how you uphold my rights, you uphold your right. If you uphold your right, you are upholding my right. If you have a right to be happy, then I have a right to be happy. If you have a right to eat, then I have a right to eat. You see what I'm saying? It's like the Course is saying to us that if you want a miracle, just understand that you're not being selfish when you ask for what's rightfully yours. You're actually upholding the right of everybody else to have what's rightfully theirs. So the more you let yourself be happy and prosperous and loved, you're actually upholding the rights of everybody around you to also have happiness and prosperity and love. So allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to receive the miracles is the best thing you could do for everybody else. Allowing yourself to be happy and allowing yourself to receive love and forgiveness, you are upholding, just by letting yourself be helped, you are upholding the right of everyone to be helped. Woo! And here's one of my favorite lines. Miracles do not obey. Oh my God, am I good at that? A pastor told me to be discontent, then tells me to not obey. Oh, this is my path. This is my path. Because I've done what? I've mastered not obeying. Right? So then it says, I want you to realize that miracles don't obey the laws that man believes in. That miracles don't obey the law of the world. The miracles do not obey the limitations that we believe in. The truth does not have the same limitations we do. Our Creator God has more infinite power and intelligence than we do. So just because we think something couldn't be miraculously cured doesn't mean that it couldn't be miraculously cured. Just because you think you could never be wealthy and abundant and happy, that doesn't have anything. The miracles don't obey your fearful, negative thinking. Miracles don't obey the laws of this world. Miracles don't obey the way the people in the world believe and what people in the world believe is possible. Miracles transcend what we think is possible. A miracle goes beyond what you believe. Be glad things could happen to you more than you believe. Okay? So, love just follows the laws of love. And it just told me one of the laws of love is I have to remember that by letting myself be loved, I'm upholding the rights of all my friends and relatives to also have somebody love them. So if I allow somebody to love me, that is upholding the right of all the people that I know to have somebody that really loves them. So I owe it to everybody I know to have fun and to let myself get some good loving. And anybody that want to give that to me, then they're just going against God's plan. Because love's plan is that we love each other. But I can understand why we don't. Because we're seeing the results of all of our individual magical powers. We're seeing the result of how we're trying to figure it all out and do it ourselves and do it all on our own. We're looking at the results of that, and it's chaos. So the book is telling us today, not only do you deserve love, not only are you entitled to love, not only are you asking for what's rightfully yours, you're upholding everybody else's rights when you let yourself be abundant, when you let yourself be loving, because miracles don't obey the stuff that y'all believe. Miracles come from the laws of love, the laws of truth, the laws of God. Okay? So after this brief introductory phase, I want you to wait how? Quietly. For what? The assurance that your request is granted. So you ask for miracles, and I'm going to tell you, your request is going to be granted. Your request is granted. Your request is granted. You want love, you want peace, you want happiness, you want forgiveness. That is granted. I'm going to assure you of that. So if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm going to assure you that your desire for love and peace is going to be granted. Do you know why I can say that with confidence? Because I'm going to be that way. I'm going to be peaceful with you right now. So your request for peace and love is being granted. And I'm here to reassure you that it's been granted because I'm going to be a witness back to you that you can produce a peaceful person in front of you. That is not theoretical. That you could actually, there are men and women and whatever you think you are that are completely sane and loving and caring and giving and trustworthy. See, first you have to conceive of it before you can ever see it, right? So I'm never going to see a really loving person unless I have the idea that a really loving person is possible. But here's what the Course is telling us. Whether you believe a really loving person is possible, you can still have a really loving person sent to you that loves you. That you can have things that's beyond your belief and what you think is possible. You could have somebody treat you better than you ever thought possible. That's a miracle. Especially with your breath problem. But, see, I have to catch myself, but we get too serious. But we be already get serious about stuff. So I have to break it up. I have to. Because I know that's how I got here in the first place. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to be in the real world where there's no fear and only love. This isn't the real world. I don't care how much you all think it's the real world. I no longer believe it's the real world. So I want to be around really loving, fun, joyful, healing people. And the only way I can do that is claim miracles, to claim that I deserve to be around that that's my right, and that my Creator is going to give it to me regardless of what I do or have done. Then, and it's hard to get through this. I know how the more loving something is and the more answers it's giving us, the harder it can be to hear it. I'll say that again. The fact that this is only telling us positive stuff and loving stuff, it makes it hard for us to give it attention. It's so far away from what we think we deserve that we can't even stay tuned into. I so much don't believe I deserve love, or I believe it has to come the way I've decided, that even when the universe is telling me exactly how I can have what I want right now, it's so different from what I've made up that I can't tune in and listen to it and hear it. So I have to catch myself because it's more loving than I think I deserve. But it's telling me, Earl, if you ever want to see people and have situations in your life that's more fun and more happy and more abundant and more healing than anything you ever had before, then you're going to have to be willing to think of something greater than the way you already think. And in the meantime, I'm going to give it to you anyway. But then you go, well, why am I having to study? So you can recognize it, fool. So you can recognize when the happiness and the love and the peace shows up. That's why you're studying this book. So you'll be able to tell when you're getting close to what you really want so you won't blow it again. And guess what? Even if you blow it again, I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to help you. And I'm still going to be there for you because I don't love the way you do. I do the real deal. You don't have to earn my love. You don't have to pay for my love. Because love is what I am. And I'm going to receive love whether you give it to me or not. See, that's the belief I want. I want to have the belief that I'm going to be helped, I'm going to be taken care of, I'm going to be guided, I'm going to be loved no matter what I do or think. I want Earl's pardon under all circumstances. I don't care what I do, how dastardly it could be. I want forgiveness. Because you're entitled to it. All right, I'm almost to the end of this. Ah! I have to. Sometimes when I'm doing this, you all don't understand. When I'm doing this, there's a massive amount of energy and love that's trying to get through me, but I'm the roadblock. I want you all to feel the love through me that this book is teaching. That's what I want. That's how I judge myself. It's like, what can I get out, allow Spirit to undo in me so that love comes through me so real and so strong that people will feel it. Because I'm tired of being in a world of strangers where I don't feel the love of anybody, except a few special people who give it to me as long as I act right. I'm sick of that world. I'm making it. And he told me, I'm going to give you full release from everything you've made, the sadness you've made, the fear you've made, or the lack of love. So I want you to know, Earl, that the first thing that you got to do is to realize that you're going to get that love that you want, that you're asking for everybody to be happy and not just you. That you've also been asking, give me the way I can do this. Give me the way that I can accomplish getting the kind of love I really want to have. Tell me what I need to do to have the kind of friends that I really want to have, the miracles I really want to have. It says, ask for that. So I'm asking for, I want abundance and happiness. And I want you to tell me or help me accomplish it. I'm asking for it. I'm asking for it. Y'all notice I'm doing the course. I'm not just reading the course. I'm not just listening to the course. That you're seeing me do it. Have you done it? Have you done this? Have you done what you were told? See, I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. I've had a million gazillion miracles just intending to. The blessings that have happened in my life since I've studied this material is mind-boggling to me, and I've just been really intending to do it. Now I'm doing it. And so it's kind of, it's kind of like, damn, you had that many good things happen to you and you just was thinking about it. What's going to happen if you actually do what you're told? That's what I'm going through right now, because I know it means my whole life is going to change. And I have to know that everything that's about to happen to me right now is part of that transition, so I should not see any of it as anything other than for my own best interest, no matter what happens to me from this day forward. No matter what happens to me from this day forward, I've got to declare it's for my own best interest and that it was part of what I needed to go through to have what I want, to let myself receive the miracle. And this is what it's telling me to do. It's the will of God for you perfect happiness. When you make the decision that what created you wants you to be happy. Okay, if what created you wants to be happy, you go, I ask that God's will be done. You want to give me $1 million? I ask your will be done. Right? That's all this book is saying. Universe, you really want to help me and give me love and support me and get me past any of the problems and upsets and loneliness and things that I go through. That's your will for me. I'm asking that it be done. So that's what you see me doing that. Then it says, in doing this, asking that the will of God, which is your happiness, be done, you're not really asking for anything. As soon as you say, let God's will be done, you're not really asking for anything. What you're doing is you're stating a fact. The fact is, God's will is what's being done in everything, and God's will is the only thing that's being done in everything. So whenever you say, let God's will be done, you're just stating the way it already is. It already is the way God wants it to be done. It already is the way love wants it to be done. So when you say, I ask that the will of God be done in my life, you're asking that all of the wonderful things that you already deserve be given to you now. Don't ever chase after somebody. Don't you ever chase after. No, you only have to chase after that you're going to be running from. That was deep. That came from out of the ethers. You only are running after what you're going to end up running from. That person you're trying to get, that thing you're trying to get is going to be the main thing you're going to want to get rid of one day. Because nothing that's yours do you have to seduce or manipulate or get. It willingly gives itself to you. It couldn't help but join with you. So if you don't see that happening, then you're setting yourself up. I guarantee you. I got the restraining order on him because I love him. This much pain must be love. You couldn't hurt like this unless it was love.
Oh my God.
There you go. The book is saying, I'm going to release you from that. Right? That's what we say. I'm going to release you from the world you made. I'm going to release you. So that relationship ends and you freaking out because you got what you wanted. Something that wasn't satisfying you to end. Now who you going to punish yourself through? Because the real problem is I don't think I deserve to be happy. So I'm punishing myself for not being what I think I should be. The Course says that's what we do. That's what he says where sickness comes from. You're pissed off in your body because it don't look the way you think it should. I went, that's too simple. He said, well, that's what's happening. You got a fantasy about how you should be. You're not that way, so you're attacking your body. And then you get sick, or you get broke, or you get in a relationship that doesn't work. All that stuff is self-punishment. All that is you thinking you deserve to be punished. Mm-hmm. And I'm here to tell you that you're entitled to a healing, to happiness, to love. You are entitled to miracles. And so it says here right at the end, you're finally asking a real question. So the Course says, ask yourself, where do I go for protection? Where do I go for protection? He says, ask yourself, where do I go for protection? He says, if we stay busy doing stuff all the time so that we're distracting ourselves, so that we won't ask ourselves the real question of, what could really protect me? I know it's not the police. I know it's not the armies. I know it's not all the stuff I'm hearing on the radio and TV. So the Course says we never ask ourselves, where can I really go to be safe? Where can I really go for protection? So that's what you should ask. Where should I go for protection? And so then we got the answer today. It says you're going to receive the assurance that you seek. So our shorter practice periods will be frequent. Do you know what frequent means? It means I'm going to do it a lot. So I'm going to devote a remainder of the practice period to a simple fact. Tell yourself often when. Today. Today tell yourself what? I'm entitled to miracles. I'm entitled to love. I'm entitled to love. I'm entitled to love. I'm entitled to peace. I'm entitled to peace. I'm entitled to happiness. I'm entitled to right relationships. I'm entitled to abundance. I'm entitled to satisfaction. Tell yourself I'm entitled to miracles. Do that. How much should you do that? Often today. So what would it be like to be in a relationship with somebody and that person was in a relationship with you and you all were telling each other that? You are entitled to love. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to peace. You are entitled to forgiveness. You are entitled to. Could you imagine being in a relationship with somebody that was reminding you that every time you let yourself be happy, they are really thankful to you for that because that means you're upholding their right to be happy too. So the more things you do to make you happy, the better they'll feel because they know that the more you allow yourself to have love and be happy, then they know you're upholding their right to have love and to be happy. So you're using your relationship to reinforce all the beautiful thoughts about each other. Instead of using the relationship to forget everything that you liked about each other. Which we call regular relationships. Sometimes does it kind of like amaze you with the stuff you put up with in the past? Do y'all ever get amazed? Get totally amazed at what you have put up with in relationships and things with people in the past, right? That's what it means when it says the forgiveness is for yourself. I have to forgive myself every day for the dumb stuff I did in the past and the unloving things I did in the past out of my ignorance at that time. The more I wake up, the more I see it's not about me forgiving my mother, my father, and all these other people. It's more and more, oh my God, I'm the one that needs to forgive myself for having made that choice. Oh my God, I need to forgive myself for how horrible a partner I was. I need to forgive myself for what I was. You'll realize that what you were experiencing in the past was a reflection of how you used to be then. You had exactly the relationships you deserved at every stage of your life. And then the Course is telling us today, but I'm going to give you happiness. I'm going to give you love. You're entitled to miracles just because of who you are. I'm going to help you out just because of who you are, I'm going to give you the love that you deserve. Because I love you and I created you and I'm going to help you and I'm going to release you from every single thing that you have made that's causing you pain. All I want you to do is claim it for yourself and realize you want my will to be done. That's some good stuff. I just want you to say, your will be done. Your will be done. I don't care if I'm talking to something up there, down there, around there, body, whatever created me in love and wants me to have love and wants me to have peace and wants me to have safety and everybody I love and even don't even love and don't know to also have happiness and safety too. And all you want me to say is, your will be done. I will say that. And I'm going to say it a lot of times. I'm entitled to have everything that's bothering me right now solved. I'm entitled to miracles. I'm entitled to not have to worry about bills or how I'm going to be taken care of or whether I'm going to be safe or the safety of my loved ones. I am entitled to miracles. I'm asking for what's rightfully mine. He said, that's what I want you to say, dude. I want you to say this. And there was a part of me that was so stubborn that it would not even do something that friggin' simple that I could do today. Y'all know you can say stuff you don't mean today.
I tell myself that all the time.
Right, that's what he keeps saying. I want you to say it even if you don't believe it, even if you don't accept it. I just want you to say it. So I got it. I finally got it. And so I just started saying it. And then when I started saying it, I saw blessings and miracles come into my life and situations and circumstances get healed and relationships get healed on their own in ways I never even thought was possible. And then I watched the people that wasn't happening to. And I would always notice a pattern. They weren't doing it. They were thinking about it. They were reading it. They were analyzing it. But they were not actually following the instructions that they were being given. But they were looking for the cake without ever putting the ingredients together and putting it in the oven. They fell in love with the recipe book and thought reading the recipe book about a cake was the same as getting the ingredients out and putting them in a pan and putting them in the oven. And so they think the truth has failed them just because they read it or let themselves hear it just a little bit. So what does the genius of God do? The genius of God turns around and says, well, no matter whether you believe it, no matter whether you accept it, no matter what your reaction is to it, I still want you to just say it and I still give you the result. So I got a path for the believers and a path for those who don't. Those who don't, then I'm still going to take care of you even though you don't believe. Those who do, you're going to see I'm already taking care of you. Those are the only two things that's happening. Your good is going to come to you regardless of what you think about yourself. You're just getting to the point where you're willing to learn that you deserve it so that you'll let it in. It's your capacity to receive this sucks. Y'all are horrible of letting wonderful things come into your life on a consistent basis, but it doesn't mean you're horrible. You're just a horrible receiver. But I'm going to give it to you anyway, and since I give forever and infinitely, then it'll be coming at you whenever you're ready, whether it's today or 3 years from now. If I'm giving it to you all the time, well, whenever you're ready for it, it's there. But see, that scares me because I learned from the world, if I didn't give it to a person right then they tell me I'm not going to be there. So I can't even imagine the kind of patience that somebody would be loving me until I was ready to receive it. So whenever I'm ready to receive it, it'll be there. But in the meantime, they're not letting themselves receive love too. Look, y'all can decide to like me whenever you want to, but that doesn't have anything to do with when I decide to like you. If you think I'm not trustworthy, that's just because you're not trustworthy. So you're projecting your untrustworthiness onto me and then saying Earl is untrustworthy. No, you are untrustworthy because you are not trusting me. That's what you call untrustworthy. So, I will not trade. Say, when a situation arises in which miracles are called for, when a situation comes up that you need help, when a situation comes up that you need help, when a situation comes up that you need love, you're going to recognize these situations when you need miracles. How can you recognize the situations when you need miracles? Well, you're unhappy in some way. So since you are not relying on yourself to find the miracle, you are fully entitled to receive a miracle whenever you ask. Since you are not relying on yourself to find the love, to find the answer, then you're fully entitled to receive the love and the answer and the miracle whenever you ask. So what will fully allow you to get your healing and your miracle right now today? What will allow you to have the healing and the miracle and the fun and the love that you want today is for you not to rely on yourself. Stop relying on yourself to give you the love. Stop relying on yourself to give you the answer. Stop relying on yourself to give you the answer. Stop relying on your little self to give you the answer. You'll get the miracle as soon as you stop trying to make one for yourself. You'll get the love as soon as you stop trying to make it for yourself. You'll get whatever you're looking for as soon as you stop trying to make it for yourself and allow yourself to have it given to you. See, I have to say this no matter how conscious or unconscious anybody gets in front of me, because I want to be in a world of love. I want to be in a world that I'm not thinking about survival at all, or my safety, or the safety of anybody that I love. And this promises me it is possible. And all I have to do is, no matter what mood I'm in, or how unconscious I'm going, or how sleepy I get, I'm still going to say, I'm entitled to miracles. I'm entitled to miracles, and I won't trade miracles for grievances. I only want what belongs to me. God has established miracles as my right. Okay. You think it can be a challenge for you all to listen? You ought to try doing it. You all are entitled to miracles. You all are entitled to miracles. You all are entitled to happiness. You are entitled to be happy. You are entitled to happiness. You all are entitled to happiness. You deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve happiness. You deserve appreciation. You deserve appreciation. You deserve full appreciation. You deserve total appreciation. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to love. You are entitled to love. You are entitled to safety. You are entitled to safety. You are entitled to abundance. You are entitled to health. You are entitled to healing. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to miracles. You do not trade. You will not trade. You will not trade your miracles for grievances. You won't keep trading your love for fear. You won't keep trading innocence for guilt. You will no longer trade lack for abundance. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to miracles. You are entitled to miracles. You won't trade fear for love. You won't trade attack for peace. You want only what belongs to you. The only thing you want is what belongs to you. The only thing you want is what belongs to you. Want only what belongs to you. Just ask for what belongs to you. Ask for what belongs to you. You want what belongs to you. You ask for what belongs to you. I ask for the love that belongs to me. I ask for the miracles that belong to me. I ask for the friends that belong to me. I ask for the loving relationships that belong to me. I ask for the calling in the world that belongs to me. I ask for the home that belongs to me. I ask for what belongs to me. I ask only for what belongs to me. The only thing I want is what belongs to me. The only thing you want is what belongs to you. The only thing you're asking for is the love and the peace and the joy that belongs to you. You just say, I ask for what belongs to me. I ask for the miracles that belong to me. I ask for the miracles that belong to you. I ask for the miracles that you deserve to come to you. God has established miracles as my right. God has established miracles as my right. God has established love as my right. Love is my right. Kindness is my right. God has established peace as my right. God has established freedom as my right. Love has established freedom as my right. Anybody that loves you wants you to be free. Anybody that loves you wants you to have peace. Anybody that loves you wants you to be able to totally and completely be and express yourself exactly as you really are. Miracles are your right. Being treated right is your right. Being treated right is your right. Man, I must not love myself the way that I should for somebody to have to make a whole book to convince me of this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm more messed up than I thought. But the answer came. It's here. So I want to thank you for coming today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'll do one little minute recap in a minute. If you'd like to make a donation to my teaching ministry, I'm going to pass the bag around. You innocent whether you do or whether you don't. But I'm going to give you the opportunity. Those of you online, if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation, then you can just go to my website, www.earlpurdy.com. You can use Zelle, the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. All you need is my email address, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. If you'd like to have a one-on-one session with me called a clarity session, go to my website, www.earlpurdy.com, and you can book an appointment with me so we can work together one-on-one to get you past whatever it is you know it's time for you to let go of. 1:00 p.m. on Sundays on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. We do Facebook Live, A Course in Miracles. If you're in Denver, it's at 1 p.m. Mountain Time at 1555 Race Street. 1555 Race Street, 80206. I'd love to have you in person, and you can still watch online. Thursday nights, I do a hardcore Course in Miracles class, especially geared toward practicing Course in Miracles students, even though you're all welcome to watch. That's 7 p.m. Mountain Time on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. You can see all my videos on YouTube. I have all the workbook lessons on YouTube that I've done. So take a breath for 1 minute. And silently repeat after me. I am entitled to miracles. Let's say it again. I am entitled to miracles. I will not trade miracles for grievances. Together in your minds. I will not trade miracles for grievances. 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 I want only what belongs to me. 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 You want only what belongs to you. You want only the love that belongs to you. You want only the relationship that belongs to you. You want only the freedom that belongs to you. You want only what belongs to you. Say that to yourself. No matter how you feel about saying it to yourself. Say, I want only what belongs to me. And the last sentence is, God has established miracles as my right. God has established established miracles as my right. God has established miracles as my right. God has established miracles as my right. God has established miracles as my right. And if you have a challenge with the word God, you can say, love has established miracles as my right. Love has established miracles as my right. Life has established miracles as my right. The universe has established miracles as my right. God has established miracles as my right. Listen to me now. God has established miracles as your right. God has established love as your right. I want to allow every block inside of me that keeps the love of God from coming through me to you. I ask that all those blocks within me, all those fears within me be removed so that all of you, everyone, can feel the love of the divine coming through me, coming through this body. I want God's will to be done in my life. I ask for God's will to be done in my life. I ask the Creator's will to be done in my life now. I ask the Creator's will to be done in my life now. We ask the will of the universe to be done in our lives now. We ask for the will of love to be done in our lives now. We ask for the will of the divine to be done in our lives right now. We will not trade miracles for grievances. We are asking for only what is rightfully ours. God has established miracles of love and joy and peace as our right. We are entitled to miracles. Thank you, mighty companions. Thank you for acknowledging it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate. Hey, look, I have to listen to this over and over again. I always listen to it again right after everybody leaves because I know this message is for me. I know it's for you too, but I know if it's coming through me, it's especially for me. And I've also noticed that whenever I've done what it said, I've had an improvement and a blessing. And I've also noticed in 42 years that the people who use it always get the results and the people who think about using it don't. I've seen it over and over and over again. So I'm so thankful to have people be sent to me by Spirit that I know were divinely guided into this room and online today. I'm so grateful to you beyond words, really. Don't forget how cute I am. I'll see y'all next time.